These are just Bostons. Daddy, do you know who my father is? What? She's never cleaned the bathroom in her life.
All right. We should jam sometime. Episode 79.
Dang.
Crazy. Actually, last time that this guest was on We Should Jam Sometime was exactly 40 episodes ago.
What?
Which is
this guest.
insane.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, it's just been you and I this whole time?
Yeah, it's crazy. We're probably going to have a lot of new listeners. So before I get to the guest, my name's Caleb.
Yeah.
We're here with Craig.
Hey, guys.
And of course, on the other end of the line, our first remote guest in a very long time, our good friend, Stephen DeCantis from Ready the Prince.
Hello.
Right.
Brother.
What's up, buddy?
Man, lots, but also not a lot at the same time.
Yeah. It's pretty much been this year.
Yeah. I've been good though, man. How are
it's
you
great
guys?
to hear your voice. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We're living.
We're
living in this strange time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've spoken over the phone in person. I'm trying to think of the last time you and I saw each other. It probably would have been like last June.
Yes.
I
Call the
called
office.
the office. Yeah. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy, man. Yeah, I did want to just to give everybody like backstory because I was thinking about this in like prepping for the episode. I think so. The way that you and I met, I think, is hilarious. Thinking back, just because of like how I approached the situation, and this is just I think a good tip for people that are getting into music or whatever. So I was singing in a band called Lost Arts, and we were playing a show a few years ago. It was our release show, and we needed one more band. And I very badly wanted the Prince to do the show. But like I'd never talked to them. We had like never met. And I was like, how am I gonna... I was too afraid to ask. So I concocted this whole thing that I was gonna like reach out and ask them to do the podcast. And then asking them to do the podcast, I was gonna like figure out a way to then also ask them to do the show.
Finesse it,
and
yeah.
it worked perfectly, I might add, because Steve said, dude, we'd love to come do the podcast. We don't come to London that often, but whenever we're there, we'd love to do the show. And I said, well, hey, man, we actually are playing a show at Rum Runners, and then we need one more band. Would you guys want to do that? And you said, yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. And we hammered out both of them. We did the podcast and the show all in one day, and we've been friends ever since.
What an incredible con.
Yeah, I got him. I got you good.
It wasn't much of a con. It was like exactly what we wanted to do. I mean, playing London was hard for us to do. I mean...
Yeah, I've heard
probably
that.
still is.
I've heard that
it's
too.
tough to get gigs there, and it was like, yeah, hell yeah, we'll play Rum Runners. That's like, it's a tough venue to get into if you're not from London.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be tough if you are from London, too.
It's
right,
crazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
And also a podcast. That was like our first time ever doing a podcast. This is my second time. So
Yeah, well,
Nice.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
and,
was.
And that actually kind of worked out, too, because Rum Runners was under construction, and we ended up actually playing on the main stage, which is like not a lot of not a lot of bands can say that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
that's right.
So now I like Lost Arts Forever gets to throw in that we headline London Music Hall.
Yeah.
And like,
Yes.
we don't need to explain like what the situation was.
100%.
We got to headline, and that was sick. But yeah, that was a super fun show. Yeah.
I was going to say, last time I saw you, Steve, would have been at the Atria probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Dude, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about talking to you today. I was like, man. When
Yeah,
did we
with
see each
Brody
other
Post
last?
and the Pantomime Boys.
I don't even remember what year that was.
20. It'd either be 2016 or 2017. I'm thinking 17.
Jeez.
That's
Many
crazy.
bands ago for Craig.
Yeah,
I
long
think
time ago.
I think I reached out to you. I think I reached out to your band to get you guys on the bill.
It would have been. I feel like it would have been Pantomime.
Oh no, that's right. No, that's right. It
Yeah,
was.
because
Yeah.
So we were organizing a tour with Pantomime, and I remember
Right.
like we were like, yeah, you guys want to do this tour together? And then Brody actually wound up organizing most of it, and we were like, oh shit, okay, right on. Like we're going on tour with these guys. Like we're not going. Like they're not coming with us. And then we met you guys. We met. There was another like really trippy like art rock band we met in Hamilton. I forget what the fuck they were called, but they reminded us of like Tool. They had like projections going on in the background
Oh,
and
wow.
shit. It was crazy. But the Atrio had some character, I have to say.
Yeah, that's one of those venues.
For real, yeah. Like I remember it was one of those places where you're like, yeah, we're gonna charge cover, and they were like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, dude. We played there one time, and I had to stand cover for a bit. And just all the regulars walk in. You're like, you here for the show? And they're like, no. And you're like, all right, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
You're like, we made $15 tonight. That's fine because I didn't get stabbed, so it's all good.
Go grab yourself a Labatt 50, man. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, you're just paying people to not like confront you at all. You're like, I gave all the money away. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've also played the upstairs of that place.
Oh yeah.
That place has a second level?
Yeah, it's called the Diesel Room.
The Diesel Room.
Yeah, Diesel with a Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
How's that? Is it like a step up?
It's like a step up quality wise.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. That's
They
what I
both have
meant.
their like pros and cons, to be honest. It wasn't bad. I mean, it sounds really weird up there.
Yeah.
But, do you guys know Justin Melly?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he did sound for us that night. It was a crazy coincidence. Like, this was years ago before like I even knew he was working with Crownlands, and he was doing sound that night. And it was also
wow.
the second time we ever met Luke and Ian from Cleopatra, because they came to that show.
Oh, shit.
wow.
Okay.
Crazy. This is like 2016 or something. So
Damn.
That's insane.
I think that might be one of the only fucking venues in Oshawa that are left.
yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Jesus.
Sadly.
Well, we'll see after the pandemic. Like, if you think that's one of those places that'll be able to survive not having business for like even 4 days.
But that's the thing is they like the regulars like hold that place up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to survive somehow, that place. You never know.
They'd have like a grand reopening, and like they would just sell out of Labatt 50 in 4 minutes.
Oh man.
So what have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
Oh, dude, where do I start? Like, how far back should I go? Like, which
I guess
month?
yeah, we've been in lockdown for like fucking
It's been
9
a long
months
time.
now.
Yeah. So like I was gonna, cause you were actually you and Craig both were hammering out the like the live streams pretty hard near the start there, and then that kind of like that was funny. That was a funny like 2 months I feel like where there was just constant live streams all day every day.
Yeah.
And then that kind of just went away.
Yeah,
Nobody's
streams
really
were
doing
hot
it
shit
anymore.
for a while there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was just like, yeah, we're like, what do we do? How do we do that? And then like I felt weird doing it because like obviously then like when you're in like a band, you're like, should we be doing that?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I was like, I'm just gonna let the guys that like have like the fan base and stuff. They can do it. I'm not gonna like muddy up the airwaves.
Well, I mean, anyone can live stream, man. I would have
true.
watched your live streams.
Oh.
I would have been glad to watch your live streams.
Not now though. If I do them now. Just every time I start a live stream now, Steve chimes in. He's like, I would have watched this in April.
Yeah.
I'm not watching it
Now they're
anymore.
out of fashion, so
Yeah,
I'm over it now.
Yeah, they're not cool now.
Well, now they're ticketed. Now you can like Bandcamp's hosting like actual ticketed live stream concerts now.
Oh yeah, I saw that, dude. You know what I actually just saw before we started this? Kiss is the greatest band in the world. Kiss is doing a live stream on New Year's Eve, and the tickets range from $40 to $1,000.
What?
For this live
What?
stream?
How does $1,000
Yeah.
ticket to a live stream
Dude,
pan
I don't
out?
know. I was kind of reading through the article, and like I think you get a bunch of shit like memorabilia and stuff if you pay the grand to see this thing.
Holy
but like,
fuck.
of course, it's Kiss, so they're like, there's gonna be 360 cameras, and like there's gonna be cameras from every angle. You're like, I don't know, dude. $1,000 to not see you live. I don't know.
For $1,000, we send the pyrotechnics to your house.
Yeah. Yeah, just sync them up with the show. That'd be wild. I don't
That
know.
would
Maybe
be
I would
sick,
pay
man.
for
I'd
that.
pay $1,000 for that.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. But give it to Kiss to just take something as wholesome as a live stream and just take all of your money for it.
Yeah. People would probably pay for that too. Like, I wouldn't be
They will.
surprised.
Oh, dude,
It'll
they
be
would-
sold out.
They totally will.
Yeah.
If I had $1,000 just to spend, I mean, Kiss is where I would spend it for sure. I mean, what are your thoughts on Kiss, Steve? Are you a big Kiss fan? Because we're big Kiss fans. So
Massive
I just
Kiss
want
fans.
to say that before you answer. Just know that we're massive Kiss fans.
We're
I
Kiss fans, but
appreciate-
not Gene Simmons fans.
Oh, dude, I love Gene Simmons. Come on.
Oh, okay. I'm
Family
not a Gene
Jewels,
Simmons fan.
greatest TV show of all time.
That was a good TV show, yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say Gene Simmons is a pretty badass bass player. So I mean, I'm down with some of his bass playing. That's kind of the main thing I like about Kiss. I'm
I
not
have
like
to
a huge-
say, his Kiss songs are some of the best.
yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say like, wait, I'm here with two bass players, and like Gene Simmons has got to probably rank both of your top fives as
For bassists?
for best bassist.
Not at all.
Not,
Not even
top
close.
five. Not top five.
Not top 5. His songs are like Cold Gin's like the best fucking Kiss song, and that's a Gene Simmons song.
Dude, that's so funny. Like I just think Kiss is like hilarious, man.
Yeah, they're great.
They're like how I got into music. I was like 6, and my uncle showed me Kiss, and I was like, "This is this is what a rock star is." Which I mean, as a child, of course, that's what a rock star is. I mean,
Yeah.
like come on. And then
True.
and now it's just funny. Like it wasn't even a part of my life until I came to London, and then like somehow it like got out that I used to like Kiss, and then it's just now like a part of my personality. And I don't even ever listen to them, but they're apparently my favorite band.
What's that band for you, Steve? Like the fucking the holy grail of rock bands.
Oh man.
It's a great question.
Ah, that's such a tough question. I think when I was growing up, it had to be Rush.
Oh,
that's
shit.
That's
You're
who I
one of those
worship.
Rush bass players.
Yeah, I play a jazz bass. Like I play with my fingers. Like I'm totally Geddy Lee. Like he was my
Okay.
hero.
Yeah,
Like,
those are some serious
yeah.
bass players, the Geddy Lee fans.
Yeah, man. I don't know. He's just the best. Like he's just.
He is.
I don't listen to them that often anymore. But when I was in like high school, like that was my shit, man. Like
They're
that's
heavy
how I
to listen
learned.
to. They're like a dinner of music. Like you got to be ready.
Man. You grow up and you can't handle it anymore. I think it's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people can. I still anytime I get back to Rush, like I get nostalgic and I'm like, man, this is incredible. But I just don't turn it on as often. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like writing now, and it's back then I was just admiring. Maybe because now I know I'll never be able to write anything like what they write. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, also, do you want to write like a 20-minute sci-fi opera song?
That's the
Dude.
thing. I don't think I do.
That would be crazy, dude. It'd be crazy if you guys just like Beyonce dropped the song and said not. You're just like tomorrow or like midnight. It comes out and then there's 23 minutes of just like
Wizards.
insanity. Yeah,
Yeah,
We're like, dude, I don't know. I would love to
Dan?
see the Instagram stories on that the next day, man. That would be hilarious.
I bet Dan would want to do that.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel like that would be up Dan's alley.
He would love to do something crazy like that. Maybe
Do you
one
have to ever
day.
rein him in when you guys are writing? Just like, dude, you gotta not be so
Yeah.
like proggy on.
Dude, what's this whole verse about the
Totally.
wizard at the mountain?
Yeah, he's more of a like just his parts, right? Like sometimes he'll just write something so crazy, and I'll just be like, man, I don't even know how I could sing over that. Like
Yeah.
like I'll just be like, I can't, but it's so good, like it's amazing, but like we have to do something simpler than that because like I can't even like comprehend what key you're in.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
There was one time like recently when we were writing a song and Nick comes up with this part that was like wicked and he's writing it and like in my head I'm like this would be like a really great middle section of the song and Drake and I are just like letting him do it and he stops and Nick looks up and goes, guys, that would be a great verse part. And Drake and I are like, dude, no, like what? And he goes, dude, this is a great verse part. And Drake's like, there's nowhere for Caleb to sing over that. Like, what are you talking about? And Nick was like, oh, so okay, I guess we just won't use it. We're like, no, we'll move it, man. We're like,
Crowded.
you can't have a verse be like so musically busy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just
some
guitar
bands
players,
can do
man.
it.
Some bands can't do it. My band is not one of those bands.
Neither is mine. Yeah.
It's just like that's what's so great about guitar players is like they just go off and you gotta figure out how to rein them in.
Rein him in the best you
Just
can,
like-
yeah.
It's like we're writing a song here, man. You gotta just rein it in just a little bit.
So what made you pick bass as your main instrument? I guess I would assume it's usually not people's first instrument.
Right. Good question. So I actually was a tuba player before I was a bass player.
Amazing.
So
Tuba.
yeah, so I went to this arts high school, and it started in grade 7. And I auditioned with piano, and then they pick an instrument for you. And it's kind of like they pick an instrument that they need for like the future. So
Right.
they needed a tuba player. So like I was kind of like given the tuba at like 13 or whatever that age was. And I just played for 6 years. And I guess like in like grade 9 or something like that, that's when I got my first bass and started playing bass, because I was like, oh, I'm already in the bass clef, you know? And like I knew Dan played guitar. So it was like, and he was like, he's one of those guys who like right when he started, he was just like incredible.
Yeah.
So it was like no one else could play guitar. So it was just like, I'll play bass. But like, I kind of just knew I wanted to play bass anyways for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it was the tuba. It was just like, it all fit.
Anything's a step up from the tuba.
Dude, I'm trying
Yeah.
to feel like, were you bummed when they were just like, hey, Steve, you're the tuba guy?
No, so I was, because my mom kind of made it seem like that was like the worst. Like she kind of made it seem, she like made it seem like anything, like you want something with melody and with like solos, right? Like that's kind of like what was put into my brain. So then when I got the tuba, I was like so bummed out, dude. Like so bummed out. But like it ended up, and like I remember the music teacher, she was so funny. She's like, the tuba is like the goalie. Like you need a tuba player. And I always
That's
remember
not a
that was
bad
really funny.
analogy.
And so yeah, I just ended up actually loving it like after like a couple months, because I was like, oh, this is the easiest one. This is the best. Like I'm happy. Like all the parts were so easy, right? So
Yeah,
I never had to
totally.
practice.
I figured you meant like they were like, you're the tuba player, and you were like, hell yeah, right on. And you got home and you were like, hey mom, I'm the tuba player, and she was like, ah, really? Like just
Well, no.
disappointed.
She was like, I think she even called in or something, man. It was
Dude, I
like
was just
something
gonna
like
say that.
she like wanted me to be playing trumpet, because she played trumpet. All my like siblings played trumpet, and she wanted me to be playing trumpet. And it was weird, because like I didn't know any better, but like if I could go back, I'd be like, Mom, no way. Like I want to.
She's like, listen, I didn't raise a fucking tuba player, all right?
Dude, that's so funny. This is like, there's nothing worse than like being kind of bummed, and then your parents like don't help at all.
Reinforce
they're
it.
just like, no, this does suck, and
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
figure it out.
No, I know. It's like, no, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to support this. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, your parents are
So,
supposed to be like, it's okay, Steve. You're gonna make the best of the tuba, and you're gonna be the best tuba player. They're just like, no, this is awful, and we're gonna change it. I'm going
like-
into the school tomorrow.
That was actually what happened. And like the first day I had to bring it home, like my tuba to bring home, and I got like the shittiest one. It looked like it
So
had been
big.
run over by a truck. Like it was like, and there was no case. So I'm like walking around in this school that I just entered with this huge
There's
tuba.
no
Everyone's looking at
case.
me. No case, dude. It was like, it was a piece of shit tuba. Like, it
Over
was
the
like just-
shoulder. Fucking massive piece of brass.
Oh my
Dude.
god, dude.
Yeah. It was
That's
hilarious.
so funny. I was like, I played violin in high school, and I always felt bad with like when people were like, dude, I gotta the exams are coming up, I gotta bring this bass home, and they just had to bring like a whole upright bass home on the bus, and I would just be able to like hop on with a violin and be like, yeah, I just do this every day because it's like hella easy. They would have to like get their mom to leave work early so they could take this upright bass
Can you
home.
bring the truck?
To go rent a U-Haul to bring your instrument home so you can get a C+ on your fucking music exam.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Just
Yeah.
to salvage the mark.
Yeah. That's
Dude,
pretty
that's
much what I had to
hilarious.
deal with.
Dude, that's funny. I didn't even know you had siblings. So like, was your whole family like? Did you guys all run through this art school?
So I have 3 older siblings, and just my older sister, who's only 2 years older than me, she did for grade 7 and 8, and she played trumpet. But then she left. Like the year that I entered, she left. So yeah, that was it. The other 2 went to just regular high schools.
Right.
Right, so you had the sister to rub it in, like, oh yeah, she's the trumpet player, huh?
Everyone else played trumpet, man. It was hilarious. Like
That's
it
wild.
was like I just was the. But that's kind of how it's always been with me. I'm always the odd one out of my family. So it worked. It's worked out.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean it's been going okay. it's if that's your origin story, it worked out in the end. At least for now, anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
well,
not-
because I just, yeah, I always had to be different, but that's how I prefer it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, one day you'll just get like a big tuba tattoo so you don't forget where you came from.
Full
I
back
want to
piece.
get. I wish I still had one. They're also the most expensive instrument because they're
Oh,
like
yeah, it's insane.
they have the most
Yeah.
brass. So
Yeah, man.
one day I'd love to play
uh,
one.
In elementary school, I had a similar deal where I was like, I want to play bass. I was a guitar player, and I was like, I want to play bass because then I can just learn how to play fucking bass guitar later. And
Yeah,
they're like, no,
yeah.
you're not tall enough. So they slapped me with fucking cello, and I was furious, absolutely fucking furious. Which, by the way, so I was like fucking, I think I was like 5'7" in elementary school, and then like after grade 8, when I stopped playing cello, shot up to fucking 6'1". I was like, what the fuck, man? Really? But
But like 5'7" is pretty tall for grade 8 too. I don't know.
Hey man, I'm 5'7" now, so just watch.
Yeah.
It's okay for being
Yeah.
24 too. For all
yeah.
you
I
short
might
people.
have been shorter than I don't know, but I was apparently too short to play fucking bass, which was ridiculous. And then I kept playing the cello, and I wound up with an award for cello playing. However,
Damn.
I was cheating basically. I was
okay,
like,
well.
I was learning the songs by ear and then watching another chick, like her finger placements. I was like, that's how you play the song. And then they gave me the award, and I was like, hey, you should give Nikki the award because I've just been watching what she's been playing. They're like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, I don't know how to read music. I just watched her. They're like, that's not what you tell us after you get the award.
That's still impressive though.
But yeah, I was also shafted with getting to play the wrong instrument. So I feel you there, man.
See, but School of Rock made the cellos seem like the transition into bass.
That's
That
true.
movie- But really,
That's
it's
true.
not. It's a different, isn't it? A different.
Well,
tuning?
you do have to tip it on its side, and then cello it's bass. Thank you for setting me up with that one,
Oh, anytime, anytime.
my man.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. I can't believe we just talked about like the tuba for like what, like 6 minutes, 7 minutes?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, welcome to my life, man. That's my backstory right there.
It's actually what I talk about with all my
Dude,
friends.
Yeah, this is deep, man. I don't think anybody else is getting this out of you in an interview setting.
I've never told anyone that. In an interview, definitely not.
The exclusive tuba tell-all.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. Now there's gonna have to be some like Ready the Prince tuba merch or something. Like
Yeah,
you have to make a hat with a tuba on it. Okay.
That would be great.
That's ridiculous. Let's talk about the single for a little bit.
Sure.
Regicide, is that how you say it? I don't know
Yeah.
how to read. Regicide.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
That is how you say it. Yeah.
Dude, I don't mean, maybe not. Like I when I was listening to it last week for the first time, I was like, I have to look up this word, and then I looked it up, and then I was like, dude, these motherfuckers, that's creative as shit. But yeah, you guys. So you recorded this like a year ago. You guys went to the studio and did like a batch of songs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That's in last November. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So it's been about a year. Yeah, because it's been a while since you guys have like released anything.
Yeah, it's been
trying to think.
since
You guys did
July
that.
of 2019.
Yeah, you guys did that double release, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that? I know that there was like, and like I don't know how much you want to go into it. Like I know that you guys were going to do like an album for a bit, and then I think you guys just did a few songs, right? And you kind of just started like regrouping with like the new tunes. So like, do you want to divulge what the plan maybe kind of is moving forward?
Sure. Well, I'll just explain what happened there. So we had a manager at the time, and the plan was we were going to record the 3 like singles for the album, and then we were going to like try and get a record deal and then like record the rest of the record.
Mm-hmm.
But basically that didn't work out, and he's a good guy, but he wanted us to announce that we were doing the album. So we announced it, and but we didn't actually have the album recorded. So it was like one of those like shouldn't have said anything kind of things. Because then it didn't work out, then COVID hit, and then we ended up parting ways with him.
Right.
And now we were kind of just left with these 3 songs. And this was like, right around March or April this year when we're like, okay, what's the plan? Like, we got to just do something else now. Like, and it actually worked out really fucking well, man. Like, it was just like, let's just release these songs. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need to do an album right now. Like the world is upside down and we just need to get through this shit somehow. So we luckily have these 3 songs. Like let's like put them out. And so then we took like the whole summer basically prepping to start releasing the songs. So
Nice.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, and like we have I think Craig and I kind of smiled at each other when you said he wanted you to announce the album before it was done, because Craig and I always talk about a thing that you shouldn't do as a new band, or really I think at all, is a stay tuned post.
Hey guys, like we're still around. Like stay tuned.
Stay tuned, post. I'm so fucking over those.
Because sometimes you make a stay tuned post with just no reason at all. Sometimes it's because you're like, oh shit, we haven't posted on our Instagram in like 2 months.
Yeah.
We should post
Yeah.
something. And then, or you announce something a little too early and then you got to backtrack on it. And
Yeah.
and a lot of cases if you make the announcement too early, like something's gonna happen.
Yeah, something happens, and
then
it's
you
like,
have to
oh
figure out,
fuck,
like, oh,
they're
no,
all
like-
staying tuned.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do now? I gotta come up with something else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so-
totally jinx yourself when you do that. And yeah, that's what we just didn't even post for like this whole summer. We just never posted because we were just like, whatever, let's just not post until we're ready to actually release one of these songs. And it worked out. Like, I think that's the better way to do it, you know, just because, I don't know. Luckily, I mean, depends on the app. I mean, Facebook, like if you don't post for a long time, no one will see your posts when you do. But like,
Yeah.
like something like Instagram, like it doesn't do it like that. Like they'll still see it. So our Facebook, like just no one sees our posts anymore because we just, but like whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people on Facebook, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, the people you want to see your posts are on, like, Instagram and like,
Yeah,
Twitter and
exactly,
shit
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Facebook's just all recycled Twitter posts now anyway.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Just go on Twitter.
Yeah. That's interesting you say that, though, because I was thinking, it was weird at the start of COVID, and I would imagine, like, more so for you guys, because you guys have a pretty solid fan base and people that want to interact with you, where, like, with my band, we definitely have some fans, but like not enough where like I felt the need to be like, we need to satiate these people, and we had nothing to offer. And I was seeing like all these other bands that I was friends with that were in similar situations, like constantly posting about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes when you see that shit and you're like, oh man, we should be doing something. And
Yeah.
I was just like, I said the same thing. I was like, we don't have anything to offer right now. So
Yeah.
we're not going to post anything. And it's exactly what you said. And Craig and I talked about it too. Is like, because then when you do have something that matters, that's when you want to post. And it's the same thing of like, don't like alienate your followers with just like shitty content. Like give them something to care about. And if you're just posting being like, hey guys, like we're still a band, like I hope you know what's up. People are gonna be like, all right, like whatever, like I don't care, give me something to listen to, give me something to buy, like, you know, that's what we're doing, you know.
Totally. That's the thing, man. It's really tough because you have to decide, like, I don't know, like there's different fans that want to hear from you every single day, and there's some fans that just want to hear from you when you have something music related to say, you know. It's like you kind of have to decide who you want to speak to, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it's difficult because it's like we're all musicians, but now we're asked to be like social media influencers or something, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, for real.
it's so weird. So you kind of have to figure out what works for you. But yeah, I totally agree that just posting about nothing doesn't really, it's just useless.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's just useless. And it is like, it's weird too, like when you do have like people reach out to you just to be like, hey, like I love your content or like whatever, then like all of a sudden there is sort of this like weird sense of responsibility. Like even if it is only like 2 people, you're like, okay, well fuck, like I know there's people out there that care.
Better keep making
And
more
then-
shit.
Yeah, it's like I should make more shit. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good piece of advice, is like you don't ever feel obligated to post, because if you're posting out of obligation, then it's generally not going to benefit you at all. Like, but yeah, I actually had a question on the topic of Instagram, because Drake and I were talking about this, and I've noticed that you guys have done this twice now in my knowing of your band. What is the thought process of clearing your Instagram feed and like starting fresh?
When your drummer leaves the band.
Okay. I honestly expected a different answer.
That's one of the reasons.
Fair enough.
Because it's like you want to establish what your image is, I guess, right? And when your image changes and a member of the band leaves, it's like I don't know, for us, we were just like, we want to start fresh, especially for this release, because it was the first release in so long, and it was like we worked with a different producer, like it was like different studio, like it was all like very new. We were like, okay, this is the perfect time to just like wipe it all and just start fresh. But then the first time we did it, it was the same kind of thing. It was like we did it right before we released Torn Up, which again was like the first time we'd released something in a long time. And it was like at that point, Jordan was in and out of the band still. Actually, when we released Torn Up, he wasn't in the band. So it was like, again, it was the same kind of thing where it was like he used to be in the band. It was like pretty much the exact same thing that happened. Like he wasn't in the band anymore, so we started fresh. This time, same thing happened. He left again, and we're like, whatever, it's a new era. Like, let's just start fresh. And to me, it's like it looks cleaner because then we can just keep everything like this is all you need to know right now. And the past is like if you want to hear the past, go listen to it. You know what I mean? Right. It's like you can listen to it, but you don't need to see it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
it's a rebrand, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is like totally what we were trying to do. We just had more of a vision for this kind of like new kind of era that we're in, and we wanted everything to kind of follow suit. So. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. That makes sense because when you guys were doing like that last batch of singles, and actually, honestly, it's like really true. I think for like all three of like you main bands and like New Rock Mafia is like you guys all. It's very clear like what the image is for whatever the time, period that you guys are in, and like I definitely was like, this is fucking interesting, and like this is I think something to pay attention to that a lot of bands don't do. And like we talk about that a lot now of like, all right, with like every kind of like new round of singles, like what's the deal? Like what's the vibe we want to go for? Do we want to get a new artist? You know, and if we get a new artist, like, okay, what's the vibe we're going for? Because that needs to come across in the photo shoot. That needs to come across in what the logo looks like.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, like I found that like really inspiring. So I was like the first time I like really truly saw it where I was like, oh fuck, like that makes sense. Like everything, you know, like with every release, you guys had a different color scheme and like all the photos had like a filter on it that went with the color scheme and everything like that. And like you don't always have to like you don't have to do that specifically, right? But it's just that everything is uniform to what you're presenting. And I think that's important. I think for a new, because especially as a new band, man, it's tough to find. You know, like you're writing these new songs. You know, you're just getting together. You need photos, so you go find a graffitied wall and you take some photos in front of it.
Everyone's gotta do it.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's totally cool, man. I think you should do that. I think at least one time.
Yeah, you gotta pay your dues at the graffiti wall.
Yeah, you gotta go find a factory and take photos in. But
100%.
it is like finding that as you grow. Like, all right, like what is the image now? And you don't always need to just wear like a black t-shirt and, you know, go outside and take a photo. You can be a little more creative.
Totally, man. It's one of the hardest parts, I think, about being in a band is like photo shoots and all that stuff, man. It's like, because it's not really natural for us musicians. Like some people it is, but it's something that as a band, we've really had to grow into learning what we think is cool for photos and what we think is cool for artwork. Like luckily we have people like Charlotte, she's a good friend of ours and she does our artworks, so like we're really lucky that we have her, because I know a lot of bands have to do that stuff on their own and it's like it's really difficult, man. So yeah.
What a lot of people don't seem to know is that musicians are actually fucking weirdo recluses most of the time. And we don't actually like to go outside and do photo shoots and fucking film ourselves. So it's tough where we gotta you gotta ask people like, hey, can you make me look cool?
Yeah. Yeah, that was like when we were doing the waitlist photos, like it was really important. For us, I was like, look, like we are like in terms of the music, like it's like, I mean, it's serious like rock music, but like when we're together as guys, we're like fucking around and laughing the whole time, and it's
Yeah.
like we're just, you know. So I was like, I want that to come across. Like I was like, I wanted to, so we went to like a photography studio, but I was like, I don't want any of these photos to like look like we pose for them. Like I just
Right.
literally want to put us on a white background and then snap photos every like as we're laughing and shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I think it came across like I think it came across the way I wanted it to, which was like, oh, these guys are just kind of like fun dudes and they're fucking around.
Real people.
Yeah, it's like you don't always have to, you know, it's just I think like whatever your personality is for the band or like whatever the vibe is, like, but you don't always have to look sternly into the camera. But
Totally.
if you want, you know, but if you want to look softly into my eyes through the camera, do that too. Like whatever, you know, just be genuine when you're doing it. I guess that's the point I'm trying to get to. It's just you don't have to fake it. Like, you know, do whatever is you, because that's what's going to just naturally come across.
Totally.
To the viewer.
And that, like that photo shoot you guys did is super memorable. Like I remember that.
Well, thanks.
And like it stuck with me because it did give off that vibe, right? And knowing you guys personally, I was like, oh, that's Lost Arts. Like that felt like you guys, you know. So,
Well, no,
but with
that's
that being
like,
said, I think you guys, if you wanted to, you could do a serious photo shoot and pull it off too, right? It's just whatever you feel comfortable with for whatever you're promoting, right?
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't even know if I have a question, but I mean, it's something we got to talk about because everybody's going to want to hear about it. I
Sure.
remember when we first met, I don't think it was like officially a thing, but I was paying attention to the descriptions of photos and stuff. And I asked you at the time, what is New Rock Mafia? And you laughed and you kind of described it for what it was. And here we are like 2 years later, and it's like a fucking cult, dude. It's insane. And I also just want to say, because I'm sure some of you are listening, like the only association that my band has with that is I think like we have some like tagged photos of Ready the Prince, and the followers that we get just with that association is, by the way, amazing. I would like to shout out Justine and Alexandria, who the Cheetah Press. Both of those girls have reached out a bunch. Justine lives in London, so she's been to a bunch of Lost Arts shows. Both of those girls are awesome. Excuse me, and have been like great supporters of Lost Arts, like specifically. But I just want to like, just as like us being like so loosely associated, get runoff from your guys' fans, and they're insane. They're like intense fans. It's awesome. And so I don't even know what my question is. Maybe just speak freely about however you feel about that. But I just wanted to say, like, it's hilarious to see in the 2 years of it just kind of being like a caption on a photo to like it's this legitimate
Becoming a full racket.
It has a mailing list now, you know. Like, it's crazy.
Man, like, yeah, I think the credit goes to the fans. Like they took New Rock Mafia and made it what it is. Really, like we did a couple live streams, you know, that I guess set up that kind of vibe, like you're saying, like the cult vibe, or like just it being this cool kind of secret thing, right? But the fans are who, you know, started the like group chats and the like discords and the like everything. Like there's so many different
fan accounts,
things going on that are New Rock Mafia related, and that's them because they felt like I guess we offered them a community and they accepted it, and they were like, yeah, this is somewhere where I can belong and I can, you know, meet people all over the world. Like all of our fans, New Rock Mafia members, whatever you want to call them, they're like all friends with each other, and they're like from different parts of the world, and they like, I don't know, it's crazy. Like I'm friends with all of them too, you know what I mean? Most of them, right? So like it's cool, man. Like it's super different. Like it doesn't feel like anything that I've ever been a part of before as just like a fan. Like I was part of the Linkin Park fan club when I was like 11.
Nice. Yeah.
But it was a little bit different back then. I got a free t-shirt, but yeah,
That's sweet.
there wasn't much going on. But like now with like the online stuff that is going on, like I don't know, it's really fun and cool, and it's just great to know that people are getting that community aspect out of it, because I think that's what's most important.
Yeah.
It's like this weird, like, excuse me, it's like it's the underground, but it's over the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's so our earbuds just said we had low battery, so it threw us off.
It's okay.
Yeah, we might have to move to speakerphone in a sec. But
Sure.
yeah, it's like it's tough to get that now. I mean, there's obviously like in your like cities you can have it or whatever, but and like when I was going to fan shot, like there's a little bit of that, like, oh, this is like we're doing house parties. It's like the underground, but it's really cool to sort of, it's still like DIY, it's still punk rock, but you can be in like Vancouver and in like Australia, and you're all a part of the same community, and it's not like mainstream, it's pretty like unique, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like there's not a lot of that around.
Yeah, exactly. So like if it's given our like whole career like a whole new meaning, and like I don't know, I wonder sometimes if it wasn't for New York Mafia, if we'd still be doing this, like that type of support and people who, even though it's like a small number, on the grand scheme of things, it's a small number. It's so much support that like it's enough to keep you going forever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when people care like that. So super lucky for it, man.
Yeah, it's an interesting feeling when you're like in your room or you're playing like shows where like 15 people show up and you're like, like this is fun and I'm having fun, but like, do we keep doing this? And then somebody will message you and be like, hey man, I really like your band and like I learned your song on guitar. And you're like, what? Like, why'd you do that? And they're like, I love your band. And you're like, okay, like that's fucking weird. Like, okay. Like, and it's such an interesting feeling. I mean, you guys you were posting already. Like, that's gotta feel like wild. You guys put a song out a week ago and I saw you were already posting people doing like bass covers and guitar covers and stuff. And like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's cool. I mean, it's just like it makes you feel appreciated, and it just makes you feel like, okay, like I can't wait to do something cooler the next time that they're also going to want to learn. Or like it's awesome too, because anytime, like especially bass players, when they learn something, I always message them and I'm like, yo, I'll send you like me playing it so you can see exactly what I'm doing, because a lot of the times they're doing something a little different. I'll be like, I'll show you what I'm doing, just in case you want to take one of these techniques, because in Regicide, like I'm playing chords in the chorus and it's kind of hard to hear. I don't know if anyone can hear it, so I'm like, I want to show you how I'm doing those so you can take that into your band, because so many of these young bass players are in bands too, right? So
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's great, man. An opportunity to inspire others, I guess.
Yeah, it's even more reason to just like up the game and make sure that whatever's next is like absolutely better, But
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Well, let's do some questions. We do have a few questions
great.
from people, not just from me, but from people. Let me see here. Actually, there's one that I'm gonna get to right away because I was very curious. Let me just find it here on my phone. Okay, so this one is from New Rock Mafia _fam. And he said,
That's Madeline. That's a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madeline, for the question. She said, pizza or pie? Steve should know what I mean.
So that's Jordan. Jordan, our old drummer, he was trying to tell her, she's from Germany. He was trying to tell her that we call it pie in Canada.
It's a pizza pie.
Yeah. So
You gotta have the voice crack in the middle of pizza in order to translate it. It's pizza pie.
So yeah, the answer's pie. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, Madeline.
Yeah.
The answer's
It's a pie. It's a large pie.
Yeah. Sorry, Madeline. Oh man. Actually, this is one, again, got two bass players here. You did answer this earlier, but I don't know if you have like a hardcore opinion on it. But this one's from I'm assuming it's probably Sam from Matching Socks. Fingers or pick?
Oh man, fingers.
What's your opinion on people that use a pick?
I mean, I use a pick. I use a pick for certain songs.
Yeah.
I think fingers. I just prefer fingers. I'm cool with both. I think you should do both.
Yeah,
That's my final answer.
That's what
about
I
you?
do as well. I use a pick stylistically, and then like I'll play with Serena Haggerty here in London, and I'll play fingers because I feel like that's just what that's suited for. But
Yeah.
then you play with Heart Attack Kids, it's like, okay, I'm gonna rip fucking bass chords this whole time, so of course I'm gonna use a pick.
Yeah, exactly. You should
100%.
be able to do both, like, because you're just gonna limit yourself if you can
Yeah.
only do one, right? So
Yeah. There's no hierarchy of bass playing here.
no.
I like it.
Sophia Clements wanted to know if you guys release an album in the near future, can we expect vinyl?
For sure. I mean,
I mean, why not?
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like no one's saying no these days. It's like, absolutely not gonna make vinyl. No chance.
If we get to the point where we're releasing an album, it better be on vinyl. Definitely.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah.
We would not release it on vinyl.
Yeah, that's one of those. It's like those things when you like start a band where you don't think you'll ever get to do it. Like when you're like, hey, we should press shirts, and then you're like, oh my god, we're in a band and we have shirts. Like that's insane. And just like every time you get to one of those milestones, you're like, we are doing it.
Yeah,
dude.
we are a real band.
This one is actually, this guy asked two questions. I should find his first question. Actually, no, I'm going to ask him in reverse, just on the topic of merch. Now, this is something I don't understand, but just because it seems like people always want them, and I guess I never really care, maybe because I don't want to spend the money for it. But Nate Hobors, sorry if I said your name wrong, Nate, I'm so sorry. He said RTP hoodies with a bunch of dollar sign
So
emojis.
much money. So much money those fucking things are.
Yeah, RTB hoodies are coming. They're
See,
coming. And Nate's in a band called Deep Six.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Deep Six.
All right,
Do
shout
you know
out
them?
Deep Six.
Do you guys know them?
I don't know them personally. I have listened
You
to
heard
their
of them?
music though. Yeah, because sometimes I cruise the related artists and try to see what
Yeah.
I'm missing out on. But yeah, I mean, hit us up, Deep Six. Listen to Lost Arts and then hit me up.
He will. He actually will. Nate will.
All right, man. Well, hey, let's be friends, Nate. I feel a connection already. That's the thing. Like I always think about with hoodies is like they're also like hella expensive to make.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say
then
hoodies are not in the budget.
it's like you have to hope people are gonna buy them. But,
So
I mean,
yeah, we found hoodies for like if we can sell 24 of them, then we can afford them. Like that's like the minimum that you have to buy,
Right.
and they're like
Okay.
$19 each,
Fair
something like
enough,
that,
yeah.
to make. So yeah, I think we're gonna do it, but we'll see. Hopefully, we sell them all. That's the kind of gamble.
yeah, that's-
For sure.
Are these gonna go? All right. Nate also asked, "What do you do when you're feeling uninspired in terms of writing?"
Nate asked that.
Yes.
Okay. I probably wouldn't try to force it. But sometimes I do force it. It's weird. Like I'll do a few different things. But I mean, you could if you're ever uninspired, you could read, you could watch a movie, you could like just think of the craziest way to write a song possible, Like I started playing a bunch of piano this summer. So that was like a huge kind of like, if you want to be inspired, start playing a new instrument. You know what I mean? There's just so many different things that you can do. You can try writing, I don't know, if it's like lyrics that you're uninspired with, you can try writing about something from your past that maybe you don't think about a lot. Yeah, and sometimes it's just picking up the guitar and just messing around with a bunch of chords or changing up your tuning. Like there's just like, it's music, right? There's a million different things you could do to just kind of throw paint on the canvas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think with that question, like I don't think there's ever a right answer, because like there's been times where I've thought I've figured out the way that I like get over writer's block, and then it like never works again. You're like, oh, okay, I guess that's not it then.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird, man. Because it could be like something that happens to you, like if like break up with someone, or like or you lose someone in your life, whatever. Like that's definitely something that's gonna trigger some type of like songwriting out of you. But if that doesn't happen, sometimes you could just make things up, right, and just go into like a completely new world in your head. Like that's what we did for some of these new songs. It was like we kind of just, at least me lyrically, I just started writing like super dark lyrics just because I thought they were cool, and like the metaphors were interesting to me, and kind of put myself in these worlds because it suits the sound of the music. So yeah, I think that's a big thing that I've grown as a songwriter is like I don't necessarily need to write exactly about something that I relate to. It could be like entirely based on something else, but like I'm taking certain things and a lot of it's made up or a lot of it's just, I don't even know. Like it's just poetry, I guess, right? So yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Right on. Yeah, I was just like Craig also learned how to play piano.
I did.
Over the break.
Hell
All
yeah, Craig,
summer
we're
I
like the
was
same
playing
guy.
piano.
I know. I was just thinking. I was like, Jesus, these two dudes
Yeah, for real.
are the same guy. Okay, we'll do a few more here. I mean, this is like a similar question, but advice for younger bands. We've done a lot of that. This whole episode's been a lot of advice for younger bands, but I don't know if you have a condensed answer for that question.
Yeah, I have a good answer for that. Don't stop practicing. Don't stop believing in yourself, and don't put a time limit on when you want to quote unquote make it. I think you just really kind of look in the mirror and be like, okay, is this what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? And answer that question, because if the answer is yes, then you have nothing to worry about, because then you're just doing this for the rest of your life. But I think it's tough because there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. So you just have to be willing to make those sacrifices. And if you're not willing to make those sacrifices, then I don't think you're necessarily cut out for being a musician, because it's most likely not going to go the way you think it's going to go, you know, or the way you hope it's going to go. Like you have to commit to it through thick and thin, because to me, I mean, unless you get super lucky, and some bands do, but it's just so rare, you know? So yeah, that's probably my advice. Like understand what you're getting yourself into, and decide that this is what you want to do, and don't look back, you know, because everyone's going to be telling you shouldn't do it. But if you believe in yourself, then I don't know. And I think that kind of courage is going to come across in your music too. And I think that's what people are inspired by, and that's what people are attracted to with musicians who can kind of put off that type of energy. Like, yeah, we call it Tina over here and Ready the Principal.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I was gonna just like tack onto that. I think another thing to keep in mind too is like when you start to get opportunities, if it's like a show or whatever, like don't put a lot of weight on that. Like I've been caught in times for being like, nice dude, we got this opening slot for this band, like this is fucking it, like when they're gonna love us. And even if they do love you, like even if you do the set and they come up to you and they're like, that was fucking awesome, you guys are sick, you're like, right on. And then like nothing, like it doesn't follow up the way you think it's gonna follow up, and then you'll just get bummed out. And you don't need to get bummed out because the show went fucking great, and like next time they come, like you're gonna grow and build from that. But if you put too much weight on opportunities, you're only setting yourself up for disappointment, even if it goes well, because it's probably never gonna go like as well as you think it's gonna go. Like if you think you're gonna play like one show and then your life is gonna change, like it's probably not gonna happen. But if you keep accumulating those opportunities, then you know something's gonna manifest from that.
Exactly, man. When the first time we played Horseshoe Tavern, we thought that was it. We're like, this is it.
Yeah,
we're
Everyone
doing it.
thinks that.
Yeah. You're like the
Sorry?
hit played here. Obviously, this is
Yeah,
it.
dude, there's some sort of mojo. It's like I sat in the same fucking green room that Keith Richards did,
Yeah.
so now I'm famous, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, and then you play there 10 times and you realize, okay, this is the
Yeah.
same shit. every
Yeah.
time.
You just get better nights.
Yeah.
Everyone starts on the fucking Tuesday or the Horseshoe Monday or some shit. And then eventually you get a Friday night. You're like, okay, yeah, maybe I am a little famous now.
Yeah. I think Call the Office is similar for that, for like a London touch, because it's like a similar thing. Like a lot, it's not as famous as a bar, obviously, but a lot of bands have been through there. A lot of crazy bands, and before you get to play, you're like, dude, I just want to play Call the Office, and then you play it, and you're like, fuck yeah, and then you play like 9 times, and you're like, it's still fun, but like,
it gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better. That's when your Call the Office gigs start to get worse. That's when you got to start wondering what's up.
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more, and then like I have a couple questions, and then we can stop.
Sure.
This is a good. So this kind of goes into, we usually do a segment called You Should Jam, where Craig and I give each other we give each other an album every week, and then we go from there and we review it.
You should jam.
Retro Not Queen. She asked, what have you been listening to lately? So I was just going to tie it into a You Should Jam. What have you been listening to lately? What do you want the people to listen to? You know, whatever you want.
Okay. Oh man, it's so hard not to just say Zig Mentality.
Yeah. Just put out it was a week ago, but in terms of today, just put out a single today.
Yeah. So Zig Mentality, you must listen to that. You gotta listen to Lost Arts.
Oh, thank you.
That's my first request. And in terms of maybe, I kind of want to give something maybe a little bit out of left field. I'm actually looking through my phone right now.
Yeah.
Because I listen to a lot of music. I actually tried starting a playlist that I was going to update every month, but then I did 1 month and I realized that I am way too much of a perfectionist to do this every month.
It's a lot of
It
work.
was taking up like 5 hours. I was
it's a lot of work to
obsessed over
curate.
this playlist, and I had to just stop using it. I was like, "There's no way. I have to get this up." Like,
I'm gonna
I can't.
devour myself doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Dead Poet Society is a really good rock band.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude. I
Good
wanted to
pick.
ask you about that. Just a quick side note, because it looks like
Sure.
you guys maybe have started up some type of relationship. Dead Poet Society fucking rips so hard. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in love with this band, dude. They're so heavy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've just noticed that like you guys have been commenting on each other's stuff and whatnot. So I don't know what your relationship is, but I just wanted to throw out that band. It fucking rips so hard.
Yeah, man, they're amazing. The guitar player, his name is Jack, and him and I are message all the time. We're just like fans of each other's music, so we
Yeah,
just talk
they're-
about music, and we talk about, because I mean they're from LA, but they're going through the kind of same things that we're going through, where it's like they feel like I don't know, a lot of the bands in this scene kind of feel like we don't get the attention that we deserve, and there's like a lot of other kind of quote unquote rock artists that do, and it's just like we kind of feel those same kind of things. We're like, yo, we're starting something that's gonna overtake all the kind of shitty non-rock that's being promoted right now, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
definitely something, you know, anytime you find another band that's just making really cool music that isn't like famous or anything like that, and you're like, wow, how are they not huge, you know? And
Yeah.
Dead Poet Society is one of those bands where you're like, how are these guys not like the biggest band in the world? Like, these guys are incredible.
For sure.
So it's cool. You just kind of you chat, and yeah, they actually sent me their album, and I've already heard it, and it's amazing.
Holy
so
shit.
I can't wait
Dude.
for people to hear it. It's dropping in February, I think. So
Yeah, all the singles that have been coming off of it are just like they hit so hard.
and it was all like Jack, the guitar player. He also produced it and mixed
Oh,
it.
okay.
And it's like incredible, man. Like,
Yeah, that's awesome. Like that's why I always laugh when like people like shit on rock music, and I'm just like, you don't even like. I'm like, there's so many great rock bands like around
Yeah.
right now. It's like not even funny. Like even if you want to go like Royal Tusk and Broken Love are two bands that are fucking insane, and they're doing like
Yeah,
good
man.
stuff right now. Like the dude from Broken Love, his voice is like wild. Craig and I saw them in London, and we were both just looking at each other like, who the fuck is this guy? And like, how does
What's this guy eating in the
like
morning?
how does he sing like that? Like that's insane.
Justin is his name. We and him actually live like 5 minutes away from each other here.
Oh
in
no
Toronto.
shit.
And
That's awesome.
He's crazy, man. Like, he can sing like anything.
Yeah,
And,
like I thought he was almost better like live than on the record, which is almost like for vocals is almost never the case.
Dude, yeah,
Like,
he's
and, like, the
just as
record
good as the
sounds
record,
great.
if not better. Like,
Yeah, like he was
Absolutely.
hitting notes, and
Yeah.
Craig and I were like, "What the fuck
What's
is
going
this
on
guy
right now?"
doing
Yeah.
right now?" Like it was wild. But yeah, I talked to him like real briefly at the end, and he was a nice guy too. So that record's like great. That was probably one of the best like rock records to come out this year.
Yeah, and they just released like the deluxe version of that album, so everyone should definitely check that out too.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta also say, so the Nil put out a song yesterday, which would be a week and a day ago when this comes out, and holy fuck, that's good. But like, dude, I've been saying for like years, like, why is the Dirty Nil not the biggest fucking rock band in the
Yeah.
world? Like, I don't get it.
Dude, I didn't know they dropped a song yesterday.
Yeah,
Tell me
one
that.
more in the bill. and it's fucking really good. It's the last single they're putting out off of Fuck Art, which I think is hilarious, the album title. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what the deal is with all these, like, fucking Pop put out that EP, like, This Place Sucks Ass. Like, these, what's the Ready the Prince EP gonna be titled with some swear word in it?
Yeah, what's your vulgar EP title?
Fuck the King. Something
Nice.
like that.
That's
a
perfect.
good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Very on brand.
Yeah, exactly. That's the new name.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. Fuck. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else you wanted to shout out in terms of bands?
Oh, dude.
I mean, I know we could probably do this for like 2 hours.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Fair
an hour. Deep Six for sure. Those guys are so young and so talented.
Right on. Our new
Another
friends?
example of a band who they do all the recording on their own. And
Oh,
it's
right
just
on.
like incredible, man. Like Scott, the guitar player, he produces and mixes it, and it's just like, how? Like, I wish he were doing that, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that's another good word of advice for bands. Like, learn how to record yourself and invest your time and money into that, because that's going to save you so much money.
Yeah.
And it's going to help you craft your sound in a way that no other producer will be able to do it.
Absolutely.
That being
that's
said,
like-
we never learned how to record, so.
Yeah, neither did I. I've had to do the fucking quarantine sending demos to each other thing this summer, and I was like, man, fuck this. I would way rather pay someone to just hit fucking record.
It's less stressful to pay somebody.
Oh my
but
God.
It's funny, like I remember when I first got a MacBook, I was showing my uncle who like got me into music, and he was always used to tell me how they had like how they'd make the 4-track work for them. And I remember showing him GarageBand, and he was like, dude, this is fucking game changing. Like, what the fuck? Like he was like pissed that he like doesn't do that shit anymore.
Yeah,
he was like, what the fuck, man? Like, where was this shit like 30 years ago?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, this would have been awesome. Okay, I have one more question here from just some nobody band, and they asked, when's the next Lost Arts track dropping? Oh fuck, that was you guys. You guys asked. I'm sorry, that was lame. But we don't.
This is a quick sell spot.
We don't have a date. But we do
Come
have 2 new
on.
songs, and I'm very excited. Actually, Steve, this is funny. I have done almost none of the man work with these new singles. Drake, for some reason, just took the reins, and I allowed it to happen, and it feels weird. Like, I asked Drake
Really?
last night, I was like, hey, what's going on with the songs? And he was like, oh, I think Kyle's sending them to Dan to get mixed like tonight. And I was like, okay, sick.
Right on.
And I've never done that before. I usually have my hands like annoyingly on everything. And he hasn't fucked it up yet. But
That's good.
Actually, you know what he
Wow.
did do? Drake changed the studio time 4 different times without asking us. And he kept being like, hey, does this date work for you? And we're like, I thought we already had a date. And he's like, yeah, it's my girlfriend's birthday. And we're like, all right. And then he's like, actually, I switched them to this weekend. And we're like, well, that's Thanksgiving weekend, so we can't do that. And he's like, oh, fuck it. I was like, just ask us, man, before you pick a date. But yeah, we have recorded 2 new songs, and they do rip. And like I said the other day, when we get the masters in, I'm going to send them to you, because like I'm proud of these ones. These ones are fucking, they hit harder than anything
yeah.
we've ever done.
I can't
For
wait to
sure.
hear them, man.
And what's the timeline on you? So you've got 2 other songs just in the barrel for you guys then, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Timeline wise, nothing set in stone. We're kind of playing it by ear. We'll see. Like, it's tough, man. With COVID, it's like we don't want to necessarily drop them all before.
Yeah, totally.
Like, ideally, we'd be like releasing them, and then shows would be back. You know?
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
we don't really know if that's going to happen either. So we'll see. I think hopefully early next year we'll get another one out, and then maybe a few months after that we'll get the last one out. But we might try and record more and put them together into an EP or something like that. There's so much like just up in the air. Like, we'll see. I mean, this one's only been out for a week, so a lot can kind of change between now and even the end of the year, and a lot of plans could change. So.
For sure. And as we talked about, we don't want to do any stay tuned posts. So
No.
we're just like, we lost the files. Fuck.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, I have two. These are like not serious questions. I have two questions for you.
Nice.
And then we can wrap
I like
this
not
up.
serious.
Here's the first one. Now, we will cut this out if it doesn't go the way I want it to go. And I really am going to need you to bear with me on this question, okay?
You need a what? Sorry.
I said I need you to bear with me on this question because
I'm with you.
it's going to seem weird. Are you Italian at all?
Is that a real question?
It's a real question, yeah.
Dude, I'm 100% Italian.
Okay, good. All right, I really need you to do this for me, okay? Because Julia's in the room. Now, we call Julia on the show Juan Julia. So Julia is also 100% Italian. Now, we've been dating for like almost 4 years, okay? Now, I've been to her family's place a lot. I feel like I'm Italian. Now, I'm just a white kid, Steve. I have no like culture in my family, okay? Grew up in a small, I'm just a white kid. So I need some culture, and I've been dating Julia for 4 years, and I insist on being an Italian kid, and she says no. So I need you to give me the stamp of approval.
Yeah, it needs a sponsor.
Of being an Italian kid.
Okay. You have to pass a test, though.
Oh, shit. Okay.
How much olive oil does he need to drink?
Okay. Name an Italian cold cut.
Oh, fucking prosciutto.
Ah, no, fail. You didn't say it right. You said it so white boy. That's like, dude. Okay, you get one more test. One more test.
Okay.
Um,
Fuck. I didn't know I was gonna be tested.
well, you want me to stand?
I was really just banking on you saying you're Italian, and we can move on.
Okay, one question to certify his Italianness.
Okay. What city are Julia's parents from, or grandparents?
Dude.
Come on, man.
Step up.
Okay.
Caleb isn't Italian.
When did Italy last win the World Cup? What year?
Did they last win the World Cup?
Dude,
Dude,
you
if you
gotta
can't
know
answer
that.
this, you're never getting my stamp of approval. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You can't answer this. When did Italy last win the World
This did
Cup?
not go the way. By the way,
dude,
this is all getting cut. So
You have to cold guess. No, dude, this is staying in.
Dude, you can't come at me like this. I'm a very proud Italian. And you gotta.
Dude, he's Italian as fuck.
dude, I just want it so bad, you know?
Okay, well, so what year did the Italians last win the World Cup?
Why did you say I have to know this?
Dude, if you don't know this, you're not Italian.
Dude,
That's
soccer's
just
the
it.
biggest sport in Europe.
Dude, I used to play soccer. I was the designated. I played defense, and I could throw the
Fail.
ball in really far.
Fail, dude. You don't know. What? Just cold guess.
Dude,
if you're truly Italian, you'll know it in your heart of hearts.
Dude, fucking 2018, dude.
Dude, oh my God, you fail. I'm
Fail.
so sorry, Caleb. I love you with all my heart, but you are not Italian, dude.
Oh, dude, that did not go. That didn't.
Doesn't mean you're not a great guy.
You know what
Still a
makes me
great
the
guy.
most angry about that is Craig has had my back the whole way up until right
I have,
now.
but hard
Craig know?
U-turn.
What does
You're
Craig know
not
about
Italian,
Italian?
dude.
He didn't get the answer right either.
What is it?
2006.
Wait, okay. Do you know where Julia's parents are from?
I could probably guess.
Okay, yeah, take a guess.
Calabria? No.
No.
It's a hard no.
Okay, I mean, I don't know then. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Where are they from?
My mom's from Lazio.
Lazio?
Oh, so is my dad.
No way.
My dad's from Abruzzi.
Those are such Italian fucking names.
Did you hear that? Where her dad was from?
Abruzzi?
No, what was it? Abruzzi?
Same shit. I'm Canadian, so Abruzzi.
Is your mom from Sorda?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, we're Paisan.
Dude, what the fuck?
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah, that's amazing.
that's weird. Okay, do people from your family say that's it, done a lot?
That's it. Done.
No.
They do?
No, they don't. They don't. That's
Oh fuck.
That's it. Done.
Yeah, a few like I don't know what episode it is, but there's an episode of We Should Jam Sometime titled "That's It Done" because Julia's family says it like every one of them says it at the end of most sentences. And it's amazing, dude. They say it so much. Like I brought it up to Julia, and she was like, "No, they don't." And they do it. They do. It's just, everything is like, "That's it done. We're gonna go. We're gonna eat some fucking lunch. That's it done."
Need some
That's amazing. I can hear
prosciutto.
it. That's great. I like
Dude,
that.
that's so funny. What is like, I have to say, man, like the Italian like guilt trip is one of the funniest things of all time. We one time, this is like one of my favorite stories of Julia's grandma. We're at her grandparents' place eating a lunch, dude. The most food I've ever had at a lunch. And her grandma goes, "Do you need more sauce, Julia?" And Julia goes, "Actually, no, we don't have any room for it. We still have sauce from before." And her grandma just looks at her like so heartbroken and says, "Oh, so you don't want my sauce?"
Yeah.
That was dude,
That's classic.
I'm heartbroken right now, man.
You're not Italian.
You know what? I'm gonna study up, and we're gonna do this again.
We'll do it again.
For We Should Jam Sometime, Ready the Prince 3. I want you to test me again, and I'm gonna be prepared.
Okay, and I will
Okay.
be prepared too.
Yeah,
with
the questions are gonna be so much harder.
Yeah, they will.
He's gonna be like, "Where was my great grandfather from?" You're like, "Fuck, dude, I don't know."
But I gave you 3 chances. I gave you.
You
3
did.
Chances.
It was. You know what? I didn't know I was gonna be tested, but they were fair questions.
Yeah.
But you did get the first one right. I was just being like, I just didn't want to give it to you right away. Like you,
Yeah,
you
that's
totally
fair.
got it right. You just didn't say it in the Italian way that
Yeah,
we
that's
say.
fair.
What's it here?
Well,
Give us a prime example of how you should say it.
prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
Yeah, you got a pot.
now I'm-
Spaducci, dude. Spaducci, dude, is like I love Spaducci. It's my
Okay, there you go. That's one step forward. Okay, you're getting closer. You're getting
cool.
closer.
When we went to the cottage this summer, we brought like a shitload of Spaducci, and Julia was barbecuing it, and she was just like, "I'm cooking this Spaducci for like all these white people," and my family, dude, loved it. Okay, I have one more question. This is going to be a good test to see how compatible you and Craig are.
Oh.
Because this will be a bit I don't know if you're privy to on We Should Jam Sometime. So are you a chicken wings fan, Steve?
Oh, you're fucking kidding me
No,
right now.
I'm not. Are you
Am I
fan
a
of
chicken wings fan?
Yeah.
I mean, who's not?
Right. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on boneless chicken wings?
Oh, I'm not against them. I'm okay, with them.
okay, here's a follow up question.
Okay.
Are they chicken nuggets?
Are they chicken nuggets? No, they're not.
Oh, yes! Yes, dude!
There's a difference. There's a difference. They're similar.
Dude, Steve, you're all right, man.
Wait, does that mean we're
Nice.
compatible?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I'll send you the post
Holy
after
shit,
this.
man.
It's a whole thing where Craig got roasted one time by a waitress in front of his band for ordering boneless
It
wings.
was total horseshit.
Oh my god, dude. No,
Dude,
I
straight
got you,
up.
Craig.
Okay, you
I
know
got
what?
you,
I'll
man.
tell the fucking story now, because why not? Fucking, I go to Buffalo Wild Wings to order some fucking. Well, the whole band was getting wings, and then they asked me to order first, so I said like I'll get whatever. I got boneless wings. Then everyone
Yeah.
else ordered bone-in wings, and then like the last person just said like, "Are you the only person that ordered boneless wings?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, whatever." And the waitress just goes, "It's all right. The guy just likes chicken nuggets." And like, I've never felt so attacked by someone in the food industry in my fucking life.
She got you good though.
She got
That's
me
really
hard.
funny.
Yeah,
She's
She got
wrong.
me-
She used you to make a joke, but it's
she
not
did. I
necessarily
was the fucking
truth, you know
punchline
what I mean?
hard. I still tipped her, by the way, because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, of course. 'Cause
But,
she got you good.
uh,
She got you fair and square.
She got me. Yeah, it was pretty fair. It was pretty fair. But they're not, dude. Dude, chicken nuggets aren't pre-sauced. That's the fucking.
You can sauce them, dude.
You can't if you pre-sauce a chicken nugget, it's
You're right.
almost not a chicken nugget anymore.
It's also a different shape, I
It's a
find.
boneless wing.
I mean, I guess that's true. They don't have dino-shaped chicken wings.
Yeah.
But I would buy those.
Oh man, that's hilarious, Steve. I gotta be honest, man. Those last two questions did not go the way I was wanting them to go, but that's okay. They made for
Caleb,
good
bass
content.
players, man. We're
know,
a different
what the
breed,
fuck?
dude.
Yeah, dude. We're all
And
on the same
Italians.
fucking wavelength. Yeah.
Dude.
Maybe I'm Italian.
I think you're closer than Caleb right now.
This is brutal, dude.
Holy fuck.
Oh man. Well,
Oh,
you know,
man.
next time you guys ever want to go mudding, you can't come. That's
Mudding?
what
We're
I
not
know.
invited to go for some good old fashioned white person stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Nothing.
it's where you take a truck and you go into a field and you just
Drive.
and you get
Fucking
it
You just
rip.
fuck the
and
field
you get
up.
it muddy. Yeah, actually, really, the only time I ever went, dude. I think I've told this on the podcast before. Whatever. I don't know why we did it. You like everybody has a friend where you should never let him make the decision to do something, and then for some reason you always do. And so my friend was Jed, and we were at his place, and his parents weren't home, and we were all there dressed for a dance that we were going to like raise money for our prom. We were all
Right.
dressed nice. And then Jed said, "Hey, you want to take the Ford and go mudding in that field?" And we were like, "Do you know how to drive that truck?" And he said, "Yeah, for sure." And we said, "Okay, let's go." Dude, we got like 4 feet into this field and the truck just fucking sank into
Yeah.
the field. And my buddy Eric, dude, had brand new, just pearl white fucking slip-on shoes on. And we were out there with like mats from the truck trying to get traction. And then we finally push him out, and then he just stops the truck to let us in, and it just sinks back down. And we were like, just leave, just get the fuck out of this field. And that's the one and only time we've ever gone mudding. So I mean, I wouldn't do it. That's
We'll
why
all
I'm trying
go
to find
mudding.
new.
We'll all go mudding sometime.
I
Yeah,
would
okay,
love
how
to go
about this?
mudding with you guys.
Okay, how about this? When COVID's over, we'll all go mudding. The 4 of us will go
Yeah.
mudding
Once the budget
together.
gets upped for this podcast, we'll have an on the go crew.
Yeah. that's
That
hilarious.
sounds incredible.
All right, we'll do it.
Killer. All right, sounds good.
All right, man. This was like hella fun.
This is great, guys.
This was really
I
fun.
needed
Let's-
to speak to people. This is
Yeah.
man, for real. That was like when we started doing it again at the start, or just started doing it at the start of like lockdown. That's what everybody was saying. They're like, it's just so
Yeah.
nice to talk to somebody, and yeah, we just kept doing it. But dude, we could just do this. If you want to do this like every fucking 4 months, let's just fucking do it. You don't have to
I would
put
love
us
to,
in
man.
it. Just let me just be like, hey, let's fucking chat and record it, and we'll do it.
I would love to. My video camera's about to die. I'm just gonna push pause on it.
Okay, yeah, we can wrap up and like we can stop recording and we can shoot the shit for a little bit longer. But is
Sure.
there anything else you wanted to say, plug, whatever? Is there a video coming?
Yes, there's a video coming in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Our best friend, Shoiler, who's been helping us with a bunch of stuff for this release, he's kind of become like a band member almost, in terms of like he's just part of like a lot of the decisions we make with like what we post and what we just everything. He's just been like really involved, even though he lives in New York. But we went to high school with him, and he's like really good
Okay.
friends with me and Dan. Him and Dan like are always like online playing like PS4 and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, he's animating a music video.
Oh,
Cool.
So anyone who's on our mailing list, which isn't a lot of people because we never really promote it, but we do have some people who signed up for it, and we sent them like a teaser of the music video. And yeah, he's completely drawing it by hand and animating it, and it's like it's the coolest thing ever for all of us, because it's like a dream of his, because he was in visual art. So at this art school that we went to, he was a visual artist, and it's something he's always wanted to do, and we're all just like super stoked about it. So yeah, excited for everyone to see that.
Nice.
fuck yeah, man! I'm excited. Animated videos are awesome.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think I signed up, but I think I accidentally signed up. But like I would have intentionally signed up. I just accidentally signed up. I
Did
think
you
I
get an
clicked on
email?
like a link, and then I was like, oh, like enter your email to like enter the site or however you had it set up, and then I did it, and I was like, oh, I think I signed up for their mailing list, which is fine. And then I immediately unsubscribed.
Did
It was the perfect time to
Yeah.
plug Ready the Prince's mailing
Yeah,
list right
go
here.
join the mailing list.
So you unsubscribed to our mailing list?
No, I didn't, dude. I was just kidding.
Okay.
You sounded truly hurt there.
I was like, I
Brutal.
just didn't get it. I just wanted to know why.
Yeah. Are we
Why
not
The
did you
Italian
providing?
thing? Was it the joke? I don't know.
Dude, that's so funny. Just like, yeah, I'm not into the mailing list. I am. I had a thought last week, which if we ever like have Cleopatra on here or like Luke or whatever, I'm gonna ask Luke how many Instagrams he needs, because there's like they start so many Instagrams when they're like promoting stuff, which I think is hilarious. But there was like a new one last week, and I was like, how many fucking Instagrams does this guy make for shit?
He's made a lot in the past.
There's a lot of Instagrams. But whatever, man. I mean, if you can grab them, and then if it doesn't work out, you just sell them off. You know?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? But anyway, this was hella fun. We can press stop and we'll we'll talk or whatever. But anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. And if you're new here, why don't you subscribe? And we'll keep putting out content, and we'll have fun stuff. We'll have Steve back.
Yeah.
If you subscribe.
Please subscribe.
If we get 3 subscribers, we'll have Steve back at some point.
Yeah. I promise.
All right, we can stop now.